Hi, this is Philip again, and in this video we are going to continue adding a filter functionality to our collection page. So what we had in our last video, we added a sort by, and today we are going to add both of the availability and the price. So without any further delay, let's go ahead and we're gonna check what exactly are those product filter available in Shopify GraphQL. So based on my recent review about this resource of the product filter, they have several options. Like if you want to filter out your products by collection, you can do that as well. Product type, vendor, variant options like color, sizes, price, stock, or probably if you need a meta field. And in this video, I will show you or demonstrate how we can add for the stock availability and the price range options. Alright, so let's go ahead and check what we done so far in our previous work. We're gonna run this again. And if you want to have a copy, then you can just uh, clone this GitHub, Git repository. I will just provide it in the video description later. So let's try to run this. Random. All right, open that. Okay, so this is the previous one. If you want to add, maybe probably I missed something here, so we can continue to that in a later video. I will going to release how to post more information from your GraphQL goes to your custom sections. Okay, so here I think I did not add the drop menu navigation. So you can just easily manually uh, enter this URL. So if you have connected to your store, then you are going to specify what is the collection handle on your collections. So you're gonna check that. So this is what we done on the last video, and now we are going to move this portion goes to the right side. It could easier for us to build this another filter on the left side. Okay, so then we need to add a parent container to both of this uh, collection sorting and collection filter. So what's gonna say here? Collection filter sorting container. It's up to you, whatever class you want. That's all right. And here, move it that way so it could be easier to understand. And it's a best practice for you to have an alignment to your codes. And here, what should I say? I think I wrongly named this class. It should be sorting. Then once you change it, I think it will also affect the CSS definition. Now it is look like this. So we're gonna change the CSS file here. This should be a sorting class name. Save. Let's go back. It went down. Okay, I think what's wrong with that, because I think we bind with a JavaScript and then we use a class to do that. We're gonna check it here. It should be this one, sorting, and here also sorting. Save. What else? I think it's okay. Filter, this should be okay. Sorting, turtle. Let's go back. And then, okay, so it should be both from the corner. So what we're gonna do here, I will gonna use grade, a grade instead of flex. So we're gonna use a grid to easy work this out in a different position. So here I'm gonna apply a grade. I'm gonna say display grade, then grade template. If you are not familiar with grid, then you can try to look at that. And then if it's a repeat positioning, we're gonna say repeat, then what number, how many columns you want. We're gonna say 2. One if r is represent as uh, the exact uh, combination of the whole weight of your container. So it's not like in the flex we're gonna have a lot of configuration how we are going to display that. And I think the best solution that the CSS provided is a grid CSS. So that's the difference between them. And I think that is already done. We're gonna try to click it if it's working. Yes, it works. Then what should I do here? I'm gonna copy this class, go back to my CSS. I'm gonna paste it here, then copy this way, save. Let's refresh the site if it's everything all right. Okay. If you want something like, if you see here, if you're gonna refresh the site, it seems like it's displaying partially to this HTML. What you want, if you want to make this invisible or hide once the site loaded, then you can just simply add this container in the primary index, because this is the CSS that is initially uh, added to the site. Like you're gonna say display none, and then what you need to do in your custom CSS, you must provide an opposite uh, rendering options to that display none. We're gonna say display black. So if we're gonna try to say to refresh the site again, let's do that. Refresh. Oh, okay. So I think it should not be added anymore because we use grade instead of black. So I just remove that, then go back. So if we're gonna refresh, look at it's not displaying anymore. So that's the one thing you have to understand how the rendering behaves on the hydrogen apps. So whatever things that you want to remove it temporarily during the glance of the site rendering, and it went successfully loaded, then that's the time it will display your elements. All right. So you're gonna do this click. I think it is working. Now we are going to rename this with the following filter name. Let's go back, and here I think I miss it. Should be in here. I want to filter this. Filter, then here what should I do? This one will be named as filter K. Then I think we don't need a data sort anymore. Let's rename this everything here. Filter param. And here should be, we're gonna say, uh, what should I, price and what else? Gonna go back here, price and stock. Okay, so I will just say availability. Then here should say stock. Okay, stock. Then here is a price. Then data sort reverse on click. Then here we're gonna call this function. Then it should be price. And then let's remove that. Now save. And then we are going to create these functions. Should be placed in here. Let's see, constant on filter param equals event, like that. So if you are not familiar with ES6, then you have to look at it how ES6 are more easy to understand, and it could be more featured JavaScripting that you will know about. That's it. Then console log event save. Okay, so let's try to look at it again in our site. Okay, so it's here now. I think why is I place it a capital. I will change it to small later. Price. Now we are going to apply a toggle event here. It's the same way I should uh, make it this align short title. So that's not a short title anymore. We're going to change this as filter. Filter represent as a toggle condition. Then on click, this should be filter. Okay, so here I will just copy this, then put it here down, and I will name it filter. Oh, wrong. Filter sort. Okay, here I'm gonna change this name. Console filter. Here as well, filter. Save. And then we don't have a CSS definition for filter yet. So what we need to do here is we'll just copy this to leisure the time spent. Filter, filter, here, filter, 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 save, go back. Alright, so it seems it's working. And then there is a nested list under the availability. So what I want you guys doing your own project, you can just do whatever you want. Like if you want a more uh, feel and look functionality of your sort by and filter, then you can do that. Whatever, if you want to place it in the sidebar, whatever you need. It's all about the CSS definition. And here what I'm trying to build up is just a functionality, how we can bring these functions. All right, so that's it. Then let's go back again. What we need to do here is to add a nested options on our uh, availability. What makes this problem? If you are familiar with a best practices and doing an HTML arrangement, I think we could not. It's not recommended to add another UL within the ALI. Like what I mean, if you're going to add this like that, probably it will throw an error in a server's side uh, rendering. We're gonna try if what I said it's right. Gonna check that here. We're gonna say availability in stock. Then gonna say li out of stock. Then if you want to display both li both of that out of stock and with stock. Okay, let's go back. I hope this that will not throw an error. Let's go here on filter. Okay, so it's not doing a wrong problem here on filter. What it say on filter param? What's that error say? Uncode type cannot read property class on click sort. Hmm, what's wrong with the sort? I think it's fine. I think that is an old problem. Okay, it seems not it's not uh giving some issues, but that's what I saw previously. But anyway, I think it works, but I think you can still do that. But in some case, if not, if we'll throw an error in a server side, what you need to do is to replace this UL as a div. Then your nested availability options will be another element like paragraph, or it should not be an li anymore. Then after that, okay, so we're gonna do that here, so we just avoid that issue. Last name, let's say I'm gonna see here nested uh, availability availability filter. Then down to it, I'm gonna place that. Then here, what should I do here? I will replace with paragraph. Then this one too. Then here paragraph, and this one same way. So I'm gonna save. Then in my CSS, if something is not right, then here should be this uh, class name. Paste it. This one paragraph. Okay, this might be alright. Let's try. Go back. Okay. Okay, here it says. Okay, so like for example this one. This is the what I said, and it throwing an error. Expected server HTML to contain a matching UL in P. So we could not. I think that's a wrong way. I'm gonna change this to div. So you must try to look that kind of error and to understand what will be the solution. So I'm gonna save, then refresh again. Okay, so it's not throwing an error anymore. Then I think we are ready to complete this availability nested list. Now I will going to create this container. Let's see. This is a UL. Then partially I will not display this here. If you want an arrow, then you can use the React icon plugins. Here, what should I do? Since this is a div, okay, I think I need to add another class to make it more uh, certain to each of the entity. So you're gonna say class name, you're gonna say availability nested list. Okay, nested list, save. Go back. Okay, container here, then UL nested availability. Go back again. Nested availability. Copy here. Why I used to do this block. Okay. Then here UL. I will not display this initially. Not to display. Save. Let's go back. Refresh. Hmm. Why it's still there? I think it's not. It is not. Okay, nested. Maybe nested UL on my CSS should be like this. Save. Okay, it's not. It's no longer here. It is displayed none. Now, what I want, if I going to click the availability, once it is added a show class, then it will display. So what I have to do now, go back to my filter, nested here on filter param, then if added class. Okay, here what I want, we're gonna say event target closest. So I have to use the closest to point out on this container. Then class list add, then okay, add show, save. Now in your, I think I will use a toggle. So in your custom CSS, you will going to copy this line, and if there is a show class added to that container, then it will display to black. Let's go back. If I were going to click it, now it show here, but why is not none? Okay, display none, UL black, so it's not appearing the nested. Oh, sorry, it is in a wrong container, so we're gonna put it here, save. All right, so it is displaying now. So what I want to move this a little bit here, uh, in the right side. I'm gonna use a margin left maybe 10 px or more. to make it more pleasant to look. Display margin 34, margin left 30, 32 px. Save. Okay, so we're gonna start in the availability. So what it say in the filter product collection for the availability stock, if this filter is true, then it will show up the available products only. But in it will be a false, then it will display the non having zero stock product. So what should I do? I will just copy this, look it back on our routes. Let's go to our routes for collection here, handle server.gx, and then because this is a filter, now I think we need another query. So what we gonna do here, I will just copy this one, then put it down here. Then I will just rename this collection filter availability. So this is only intended for a different condition on your query statement. So we will not disregard the other sorting. We still carried it even though we are using a filter, but still we need to use it so it will not be lost every time we're gonna change the filter. So let's go back again here. We're gonna copy. I think I lost that. Then copy here. Oh no, there's no comma, but it must be placed after the first argument space, then like that. If you look at in the sample, okay, I think there is a, sorry, there is a comma. It should be, maybe. Oh yes, I think there is a comma like that. Then we're gonna try. We don't need to brought the variable value here first. So we will try how we are going to work with this. So like for example, we have a different condition now. This condition is only for sorting. In general, it will automatically display these options on your product. But then we are adding a filter. So it becomes a sophisticated functions. It's no longer an easy way how we can work out your collection page. So what we're gonna do here, I will going to add a condition to our data because this line, this is the subject that bring all those results on your collection page. So without this condition, it doesn't appear anything on your collection. So this is what happened. And now what we should do here is to add a condition. So I will just move this a little bit here like that. Then here I will going to use the same way on this if statement. There is an if and false result. Alright, so now what makes our condition that will provide us a filter that will create a state of condition? Then we have to probably I will going to mm, by default we don't have to display the filter. I mean we don't have to use the query by default when you are going to visit the collection page. it is only an optional. So what we have to do here, I going to add another variable. Okay, so we're gonna say maybe constant. Maybe constant is applicable because we don't need to change it at any time. Okay, I'm gonna say filter availability. Availability is equal to true. Just for a moment, we'll just declare this value as true. And then in our condition here, we will say something like if filter availability is equal to true, then question mark, then execute this query. We're going to execute this query down this one. And here we are going to apply the else statement. So else statement is a semicolon. Then we're gonna copy this uh, query down here. Now you see here the red flag it's is resolved. It's no longer visible. So it means we are aligning to the syntax correction on our coding. And then what we need to do here, we are going to rename because this filter availability is a true value boolean and it result to a true condition. Then I will going to call that query here. So we're gonna say filter availability query. Is that right? Let's go back. If I mistake, if I have a mistake name, we're gonna copy that. Hmm, where is it? Here. I will make it sure that it is correct. Save. Okay. Alright. So now let's go back to our site. If it's there's no problem with that, we're gonna open the console just to see how it is performing. Oh, this is not the one. It should be here. Okay, console. Okay. Now we see here there are six of list of the product. But what if I will going to change the value on this one, the availability? We were going to try to make it false. Then let's go back. Look at that. So it means this product is not available. If we're going to try to click that, oh, it seems it's available. I think it's not the one. Probably one of this product are no longer available. It's out of stock. Let's try this. Yes. So I think this product. So what we have here, we don't have any uh, label that if the product is not available, but we still can work that later. So now this is the one thing that it is working. So I think the constant it's no longer uh, maybe it's applicable with it's both only for two value false and true, but we need a third value because we have another options which is both of the listed products if both are not available or it is available. So we're gonna use a var here, var. Then I will going to apply the parameter. So I will copy this one. I will copy that because what happen is in our parameter it is always bring us a string value. That is the reason why we used to have this condition just to transform the string into a true Boolean value. So that's the one thing, because what we are going to make it sure aligned to our query, and the query what we had are based on the Boolean value. So that's the reason. And now let's go back here, and I want to bring that variable. We're gonna say filter, right, comma. Then here I will going to use that availability. And then what happen uh, if the value is it's false? Oh no, it's both. Then we need to add another condition to that. Okay, so what should we do here? If it's true, then return to true. Then if false, we'll copy this one. We're going to copy that here. If it's false, it becomes false. Then the other condition, it will become a both. All right, so I think that's it. So in this kind of if statement, you can still use if else statement, and it will goes to the last result will be else, which is no longer meet those different condition on your if statement. All right, so now let's save that. We're gonna try to bring that set the parameter. So we're gonna copy this line, goes here. Okay, what it says, sort parameter. If we are going to click that, then it must not. Okay, we're gonna click once it clicks, because this is oh, I think this must be not here. This is okay. I think this is the same way what happened to this condition, but later we can do that. I will copy this line. Then what I say here, a filter availability param. Then here I don't need a condition anymore, but I will going to use that for my parameter. Save. Then in stock, then it's just the same way what you did here. So we're gonna use data sort. Oh, sorry, sort. It's not sort anymore. Filter. Then k is equal to availability, and then here data filter k uh why is it's out of stock? Okay, availability maybe should be availability key when the value is false. Hmm. Okay. Okay. So we need another what it say, availability true false. All right. I think we still good. Availability filter, but here data filter value is equal to false. See it here, data filter value is equal to true. Then here the same way, but this time it's both value and both. That's it. Now once it's clicked, then it will goes to another condition. on filter availability param. Yes. Copy this out. Go back here. Go back to that. Save. Let's go back here. Okay, hopefully this will work. Now what we done here, I think should be closer to uh, if it's open, then should be closer to nested list. Save. Then let's go back. Now what is happening here? Okay, I think that's fine. Okay, so if we're going to click that, click here. If I will going to click the in stock, it will refresh. But what happened? The sort key is null, reverse null. Okay, reverse null. Because what we only have is the availability. But then the availability, okay. The problem was this one. This is wrong. So okay, and we're gonna flag first the, so what we should do here is availability, uh, hmm, I think we made a wrong, I'm gonna say this, uh, availability, availability, availability value, right? So we don't need a reverse options anymore. But what our mistake here is this one. We don't need this anymore because it's defined as a static value on our parameter. If you see here, we already set these parameters as availability. So this is the one thing that it caused null to our result. So we're gonna save that and refresh if this will work. We're gonna refresh that. Okay, so what is the problem? Could not connect. Maybe this is the problem. We're gonna remove that. Now let's click this availability again in stock. Okay, so it's null. It is null because what happened? The event closest to li, it's no longer. Uh, oh, sorry. So this is filter. Gonna save, refresh again. Then if I will going to click, it should be true. All right. Now again in dot stock, it's false. Now again, if I will going to click the both, it should be both. But at the same time, if I were going to click the featured, it is still added to that way. So it's not removing. So we are certainly bringing all of those uh, what you call this, the parameter that nothing is will affect to our changes. So that's the one thing for sure that it will make your apps more stable and reliable. I think that's it. Okay, so now we are ready to bring that value to our handle server .gx, and here we have here in a filter. So we brought this value, but since we are not bringing that yet to this collection filter availability query. But what we had here, we already set this as true. So what we need to do here is to call that variable. What's that variable again? Filter availability as boolean. Save. Okay, so what it says, failed to connect. Because I think we declared this variable, but it's not used to this query. We're gonna save that again. Is it stop the server or no? All right, so I think it's worked. Now you see here the availability is true, and we have 6 products. And if we're going to click out of stock, then it displayed 7 of it, and it should be one of this are out of stock. And if we're going to click both, then that's the problem. We don't have a both condition, and it is bringing this error. Certainly the error it is not giving us the right direction. So it's only based on your experience how you are going to understand that issue. Now here, collection availability both. I will going to add a both condition here. Gonna save, and then in here in my filter, I think if both, then we don't need to use a filter. Or okay, hold on. It should be if this statement. Let me check again the condition. Okay, because we only have this. All right, so I don't need another query for that. I will use what exactly the default one. Then what we need to do here, if you see here, is only a else statement. Then what if the filter is equal to both? I will going to uh, use to that. Say both, something like that. If both, then it should be like this. But in the first place, it requires us to add an else statement. Then we're gonna place that here. Then save. Go back. Can I refresh that one? It's still the same. Okay, I think I missed something here. Both, both. If the filter is both, filter availability, then if the filter availability is both, then should be this one. Else should be here. If the condition, if filter availability, use this command, then in here, else, if else statement should be in here. Okay, we will try to refresh. Maybe somehow it doesn't bring that condition yet. So we're gonna do that again. If still the same, then something wrong with our codes. Let's go here. Collection. Oh, something wrong with that condition. Now let's go back and filtered. If this is true, okay, hold on. If this is true, if this is true, because this is already decoded here. What if I will just use to have this remove this because it's bringing this variable to the same type of data. So what I have to do here, I will going to construct this again true. Then here I will say false, and then let's do this again. If this is false, then we're gonna use that here. Add this one. Okay, but in our collection, oh, hmm, 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 hmm. Okay, think I made a mistake. I'll go back again. Restore this problem. Restored. Then here should be return to true. But if it is false, we're gonna state this as false. Then yeah, I think this is it. We're going to replace that. Then here another one condition like this. Then in here remove this. Then I will going to use that both condition. Then in my statement should be this way, like that. Hopefully this will work now. Connect. Okay, so let's go back to our condition. This is the default one, and here this is the filtered out. Okay, we only have this one on our condition. False if true is the same. We're gonna save that again. If you're going back to our, because we don't have uh, a parameter, but is throwing this error. It seems that it is not connected to the server. So this might be a problem with both. If the value it's not right, so we will try to bring back the same way what we done previously. Save, save, hmm, save. It's bringing the same error. Maybe this is not related to what we are supposed to do. True, true, false. If it is false, both use collection filter by. Here we have this. Hmm. Run it again. Hmm. Okay, so we're going to return it in here. It's not working anymore. this is the problem because it doesn't give us right direction. So, but what seems like we are just mess up a little issue here. Maybe we will try to remove this one. We're going to remove that. We are just saying that into false. Maybe that statement caused that problem. Yes. So that statement causing the problem. Okay. Now we have here if the statement is both. All right. So I think I understood now what will be the cause of that problem. So probably we're going to add another condition to that way. So it will uh, totally remove that problem. We're gonna do this here. We're gonna say false just to make it sure that it will not considered as else statement to that return value as boolean. And then we're gonna save this, but I want, yes, I think it doesn't need to do anything here. That's that's right. I'm gonna save that again. Hmm, error. False. Okay, if we're going to, oh, sorry. I think the full statement, if it's true, then here if it is false, then let's go back on our condition here. I think we did not set, this is my bad. Because we redo our work earlier, so I did not save that yet. I did not replace. We go back again. Now I think this is totally fine. Let's go back in stock. All right, so it's true. Out of stock. Okay, we have one product alone. I think that's right. If we're going to click both, oh, both. Okay, so if that case, if both available is not, it is not rendered here, but what makes sense because we used to have this condition. So this is the one thing caused the issue, or else I have to do the same what I did earlier. Actually, I done this already on my other work, but I will just help you to understand what sometimes if something wrong, then you can easily understood what should be done to that problem. And here, what I have to do is the same thing what I done. Let's do that again, and like that. Hmm. So this is the most sophisticated work that makes your mind rolling around. And let's go that both save. Let's go here, then here. So if it's both, then I will no longer use this query. So we'll just copy this and replace that here. Hmm. Hope this one will work now. Gonna save. Let's go back. Okay. So it both are now working. If you're going to click that in stock, it is true. Out of stock, only one, but in both, alright. So it seems everything is working fine. And then what about the price? I think it is taking time for us to do that. So it could be a lengthy. Then probably we're going to move it for another video so you can focus to each of these functions. But later in the next video, I will going to add the pricing. But right now, I think we could not pick it up because it will become more than 2 hours to bring that problem. Because what we need to do here, we have to use a use state statement like dragging this down, up and down. We need a React state condition. So that might be, I will just anticipate that might it take time for us to bring that functionality. So I think that's all, and hoping this video will help you a lot working in your collection filtering. Okay, so I hope we're gonna see each other again, and hoping you will count this as a helpful tips in doing your hydrogen apps. Thank you so much for watching and hoping to see you again. Bye for now.